Good evening, dear children. Hope all are doing well at home. Be safe. I am your Vinit sir. I will be taking mathematics for your 10th standard this year. This is my first video class. Hope everybody will understand. If there are any difficulties, anything you don't understand, please work it out. Practice. As much as you practice, so much you will learn in mathematics. So let us begin our class. Today let us discuss triangles, the second chapter in your first semester textbook. Already you have learned what is a triangle. So these are some topics which are the contents of the chapter. Not all the contents, just the contents what I will be teaching today. So you will be learning what is similarity and what is congruency of triangle. Continued part, the similarity in triangles, the corresponding sides, the corresponding angles. What happens if we draw a parallel line in a triangle? There is a theorem based on the parallel line in a triangle, that is the basic proportionality theorem, or it is also called as Thales theorem. A famous mathematician who has given us the theorem and its corollaries. And if the triangles have to be similar, what are the criteria for the similarity? You will be studying three criteria. They are AAA criteria, SSS criteria, SAS criteria. As you all know, AAA means angle, angle, angle. SSS means side, side, side. SAS means two sides and one included angle. And there will be a theorem on this AAA criteria. Let us begin with the similarity and congruency. As you all know, congruency means the things which coincide exactly on each other. For example, our two palms coincide exactly, so our palms are congruent to each other. And what is similarity? Similarity is something which looks alike. For example, your own photos, which are passport size and some are stamp size. In both the photos, you will be the same, but you look alike, but there will be difference in the size. Not only with the face, every body part will be either small or big. This is the main difference between similarity and congruency. Let us understand the differences between the similarity and congruency in geometry. The differences are as follows. As you have already studied congruent figures. So when we talk about geometry, we talk about different shapes and different sizes. So there are different types of polygons, what you have already studied. There are different types of, there is a circle with different radii or with the same radius. If we draw two circles with equal radius, for example of 2 cm, both the circles if you cut with a scissor and keep on each other, they will overlap on each other. Such figures are called as congruent figures. So what do we write? They will be having same shape and they will have same size. Such geometric shapes are called as congruent figures. What is difference between similarity now? Similarity will be having the same shape, but they will be of different size. Let us draw some diagrams which can differentiate between similarity and congruency. As I told you, circle having same radius are congruent figures, and circles with different radii are similar figures. We can also take an example of a square, each of side 1 cm. If we draw another square, each of side 1 cm, then we can call them as congruent figures. Here if I draw a square of 2 cm and a square of 1 centimeter. Both are called as similar figures. I hope you understood the differences. As you know, similar figures are the figures having the same shape but of different size. But what are congruent figures? They will be having same shape and same size. Now let us discuss about similarity in triangles. So what is the symbol we use for similarity? What is the symbol we use for congruency? So congruency, we use two equal signs and a sign. So the same sign we use here, we mention it as similarity. So this is the sign we use for similar figures and this is the sign we use for congruent figures. Let's start with the congruent or similar triangles. So what are similar triangles? Let us see. So these two triangles which are having same shape but they are of different sizes and we call them as similar. So they will have certain condition when we call them as similar figures. So what is that condition? So let us understand the condition. So their corresponding sides, what we call as CS, and their corresponding angles. So these two have some relations. Understand, corresponding angles are equal to each other. Corresponding sides are proportional to each other. What do you mean by proportional? If one side increases, another side also increases. So as you can see here, if this is of 2 centimeter, now it has become 4 centimeter. If this was 3 centimeter, this has become 6 centimeter. If this was 4 centimeter, and it will become 8 centimeter. So when you divide, it will be 6 by 3, it will be 4 by 2, and it will be 8 by 4. So when I cancel, I get the answer as 2 equal to 2 equal to 2. So all the ratios are equal to each other. So we call as corresponding sides are proportional. And the corresponding angles will be equal to each other. For example, if this is 60 degree, it will be 60 degree. If this is 70 degree, it will be 70 degree. As you know, the remaining angle. So you can find the remaining angle. So obviously it will be 50 degree. Therefore it is 50 degree. Further, let us learn how to identify the corresponding sides and corresponding angles. Let me draw two triangles here. So obviously we should have a name for our triangle, triangle ABC, and we have another triangle called as DEF. Here angle A is equal to angle E, angle B is equal to angle F, then definitely angle C will be equal to angle D. So what are the corresponding sides here and what are the corresponding angles? As you know, angle A is equal to angle E, angle B is equal to angle F, angle C is equal to angle D. So what are these? These are all the corresponding angles. Let us understand how to identify corresponding sides. So as we know, angle A, as I have drawn a single bar, the opposite side to it, that is BC. So single bar in the next triangle is angle E, opposite to is DF. These two are corresponding sides. So what is the next pair of corresponding sides? Angle B, double bar, opposite side is AC, double bar here is angle F, opposite to is DE, triple bar, opposite side is AB. So its corresponding side in this triangle will be EF. So don't confuse yourself that these two are equal to each other. As you can see in the triangle, they are not equal, they are called as proportional. So here let us learn the three finger rule. What are these three fingers? Corresponding angles are equal, corresponding sides are proportional, then the triangles are similar. So 3 points. First, corresponding angles are equal. Second, corresponding sides are proportional. Third, triangles are similar. Till now, we took example of at least two triangles. Now let us see what happens if we draw a parallel line in a triangle. So here is a triangle. So let us name it as A, B, C. I will draw a line parallel to BC. So let us name it as D, E. So here in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. So if I draw a line parallel to a side, what happens to these two sides? So as you can see, AD and BD, AE and EC, the sides are divided into two parts. How are these two sides? To explain about this, so the famous mathematician, as I told you, Thales, has given us a theorem which is called as basic proportionality theorem. In short, we call it as BPT. So it is given by Thales, so it is also called as Thales theorem. As you know, theorem is a statement, a mathematical statement which we have to prove using axioms, postulates and different types of mathematical logics. So let us learn the statement of basic proportionality theorem. So what actually we did, we drawn a parallel line, isn't it? A line drawn parallel to any side. Where did we draw this line parallel? In a triangle. So a line drawn parallel to any side in a triangle, what it did actually, it divides the other two sides in equal ratios. In the sense, if I see this triangle, if I find AD by BD, the ratio of AD and BD will be equal to AE and EC. So let us prove this theorem. Before you prove a theorem, keep in your mind, in the examination, if they give any theorem, you have to draw a diagram. Without diagram, you cannot prove any theorem. So this is very important theorem which may be asked for 4 marks. There are 4 theorems in this chapter. It is one out of it which is very, very important. So for this we have a triangle A, B, C, and I have drawn a line DE parallel to BC. So we have to write what is given. Given is triangle ABC where DE is parallel to BC. So what we will prove? To prove, we are going to prove this concept. What is it? AD by BD is equal to AE by EC. So to prove this, we need a small construction. What is the construction we are going to do? We will draw BE and CD. To help us, we will draw a perpendicular line from D and perpendicular line from E. So D to X, E to Y. There are different alphabets, you can use any alphabet here, but the thing is you have to reach the proof. So construction, what did I do? I have joined BE and CD. And I have drawn the perpendicular. DX is perpendicular to AE. Similarly, EY is perpendicular to AD. So let us start with our proof. You will come to know why did I join or why did I draw the perpendicular line. To learn this, let us learn something more about a triangle. Here let me explain to you. It is an acute angle triangle. To find the height of it, we draw a perpendicular. As you can see in a right angle triangle, this itself is the height. As you can see in the obtuse angle triangle, this will be the height of the triangle. So we are going to use this concept to prove this triangle. So let us begin. First, let us take the ratio. Area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle BDE. As you know, what is the area of triangle? Half into base into height. So in ADE, we will take AD as the base. Half into base into. Now in this triangle, this is acute angle triangle, height will be EY. Divided by, in the triangle BDE, as you can see, it is an obtuse angle triangle. As you saw here, in the obtuse angle triangle, the height will be outside it. Therefore, this can be taken as the altitude or the height. So half into base is BD into height EY. Can we cancel anything in this? Yes, we can cancel. Half is cancelled, EY is cancelled. So what is left here? AD by BD. Let us consider this as equation 1. Let us continue. For your reference, I have again drawn the diagram here. So next we shall consider area of triangle. The same triangle ADE in different perspective AED divided by area of triangle CED. You may remember in the first part we learnt about ADE and BDE. Now it is AED and CED, which is equal to half into base into height. So the base we shall consider now as AE into the height. If you consider this as the base, it becomes the height. What is it? dx divided by half into the base of this triangle will be CE into height will be dx. What we can cancel? Half cancel, dx cancel, which is equal to AE by CE. Let us consider this as equation 2. So as you can see, a triangle BDE and CED are between the same parallel lines and it is having the same base DE. Therefore, as per your 9th standard syllabus, you must have studied the triangles between the same parallel lines and the same base are in equal areas, are having equal areas. And we are considering the same triangle in the numerator. Therefore, equation 1 will be equal to equation 2. So what do we have in the equation 1? In the equation 1, it is AD by BD is equal to AE by CE. That ends the proof. Further, let us learn, if the triangles have to be similar, what is the criteria? For example, if they have to be congruent, you had some postulates. Do you remember? We had SAS postulate, ASA postulate, SSS postulate and RHS postulate. SAS stands for two corresponding sides are equal and one included angle is equal, then the triangles are said to be congruent. Two corresponding angles are equal, one corresponding side is equal, therefore it is congruent. SSS indicates three corresponding sides are equal to each other, then the triangles are considered to be congruent. RHS means a right angle triangle, two right angle triangles, its hypotenuse and one of its side are equal to each other, then the triangles are considered to be congruent. But in similarity criteria, so let us learn what are the different criteria in similarity. So as I told you earlier, we have AAA criteria. AAA criteria means all the three corresponding angles are equal. If in two triangles, all the three corresponding angles are equal, then the triangles are said to be similar. SAS criteria. What SAS criteria means? Two corresponding sides are proportional, not equal. Two corresponding sides are proportional. One included angle is equal. Then the triangles are said to be similar. SSS criteria. It means all the three corresponding sides are proportional to each other. Therefore, the triangles are said to be similar. For example, let me show you here. There are two triangles. So name ABC and DEF. If the corresponding angles are equal to each other, then the triangles are said to be similar. So this indicates this is AAA criteria. So in next set of example, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Two corresponding sides are equal. Proportional. Two corresponding sides are proportional in the sense AB by DE. The ratio of AB and DE is equal to the ratio of AC and DF. So two corresponding sides are proportional and one included angle. What is this included angle? This is the angle formed between the sides which we have considered. Therefore, angle A is equal to angle D. Here we have one set of sides, here we have another set of sides, here we have set of angle. So this completes our SAS. So this is the SAS criteria. What is SSS criteria? So again we have taken a pair of triangles where AB by DE is equal to AC by DF is equal to BC by EF. So all the three sides are proportional to each other, therefore the triangles are said to be similar. Here two sides are proportional, one included angle equal, therefore the figures are similar. Here all the three corresponding angles are equal, therefore the triangles are similar. Based on all these three criteria, we have three theorems. One among them is very important. What is that theorem? AAA criteria, which can be also said as AA criteria. Because if two angles are equal in two triangles, third will be automatically equal. Therefore, instead of AAA, you can also call it as AA criteria. So there is a theorem based on AAA criteria. Children, you have to prove the theorem. This will be your assignment for today. I hope you will understand it, you will practice it, and you will learn from it. So today's work for you, please learn the theorem, that is BPT, and in the next class let us learn more about the criteria, that is AAA theorem. Thank you.